This is a Radio Dog podcast production. Welcome to the Rick Dollar Show podcast. Here's a guy who thought those voices in his head sounded familiar. Your host, Rick Dollar.
Hey, a few days ago, I got to sit down with my old buddy, John Bryan from the Grascals, and this is how that went. Rick Dollar here for the Rick Dollar Show and the Rick Dollar Show podcast. And if you look behind me, you see a new little backdrop there from the guys at Hopeless Holler Trading Company. God bless them all. A little Randy Woods action going on there. My Appalachian Home podcast action happening there. And the other action I got going is JB from the Grascals. What's up, brother?
Checking out your backdrop. I like that.
Yeah, you just now seeing that, huh?
Oh, yeah, I'm seeing that. It looks really nice.
It's been a long day for you, hasn't it?
You know, every day's a long day when you have two toddlers, especially, it's summertime, school's out. So
yeah.
It's wide open from about 6:30 on. So,
jeez, dude.
I'm thankfully the Lord's still keeping us healthy, and we're still able to keep up right now. So we're
what else could you want,
Exactly.
Well, Bend in the River is a monster song. But before we go to that, let's talk about Bill Cody. We lost Bill Cody last week from WSM Radio. Started in 1994, and Charlie Daniels was his first guest.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's quite the first guest, I have to say.
That's pretty awesome, dude. He passed away at 68 years young. I can only imagine what it's like to sit behind a microphone for all those years. 68, well, probably not 68 years, but it's possible with this cat. Yeah. He was pretty fueled about what he did every day. So
yeah, he was. We were very fortunate. The Grascals. He was very, very good at the Grascals. We just in my 11 years, we had the opportunity to be around Bill and work with him several times, and we did Coffee and Cody in the morning, and over at Beam and Dodge, we did several of those early in the morning to talk about some shows, and we also at the hotel there, we went in and got the opportunity to do some in studio stuff with Bill, and he was always just a fantastic guy, and such talent.
I mean, let me tell you, this is one of those guys. If you're either in the radio business or podcasting business, you should have looked up to this fella, because he was such he just shaped everything that he did in a way that it couldn't be, duplicated. There's no way that anybody could go out there in this world and duplicate what he did. He had his own style. He did his own thing. So,
absolutely, he absolutely will be missed.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Hey, let's talk about JB. What's been going on with you? I mean, we already know what's happening with the Grascals, because I don't know how many times I played Bend in the River. So, makes me want to almost walk out into the river,
That's funny.
But man, you got something new out there now, man. And this new one's was our hot shot of the week last week. And it was weird because I had two songs by the Grascals, at least in the top 5. So
that's we certainly thank everybody for wanting to listen to our music and requesting it. Our latest release, new single, it's called Memories I Ain't Missing.
Yeah.
And man, is it a great song? It's a tearjerker for sure.
Oh my God.
Jamie wrote this song largely reflected on his time at home whenever he left the band and was at home with his little boy Cole, which is he's no longer a little boy now. He's grown up. He's bigger than I am. My gosh.
He's a horse, ain't he, man?
Yeah, he sees me and grabs me up, and I'm just like, hey, buddy.
He's just trying to grab you and hold you to keep you away from beating him up, man. I mean, he's a big guy, but this kid has his own way of doing things too.
Yes, he does.
He's not hardcore bluegrass, but I'm sure he could be. But, he's doing his own music, writing his own songs, and kudos to him. I mean,
man, Absolutely. We're all
Yeah.
so proud of him. We can't stand it. And like you said, it's he definitely is on a different track for a different style and genre of music.
Yeah.
But man, check out Lost Boy X. That's his artist name, and he's fantastic. He's doing a lot of his own original material writing, and the thing about it is it may be different, but you can definitely tell that that's Jamie Johnson's son. He's a great singer, and you can just tell he's a great artist. So yeah, check him out.
He is,
But
man. Let me tell
but,
you.
but Jamie wrote the Memories Ain't Missing, largely based on his time at home with Cole, and so whenever we were looking for stuff for this last, it's our latest album that will be released this fall.
Mm-hmm.
Jamie he said, "Hey, I got a song I want you to listen to," and it probably took, no kidding, but I'm an emotional person. I cry, and I'm not ashamed of it, but it
And we make
I
fun
probably
of you. We make fun of you about it anyway. So
Yeah, I was gonna say you're gonna do it anyway, so why do I care? No, but no, it probably took 15 times of me listening to it before I could do it without crying to learn my part, because it wasn't it was just so emotional, hitting home. Watching, I'm right there where that song where he was at when he wrote it. I'm there now, and with my boys, and it's such a wonderful song. I love it. Was so thankful to be a part of it. But yeah, Memories Ain't Missing. It's a good one.
yeah, it is. It is. We've already had a ton of people go on the website this week, rickdollarshow.com, and they're dropping requests for this thing like crazy. I mean,
that's so good.
The last time I've had this many requests was Caroline Owens did. Man, I can't even remember what the name of the song was, but I'll Tell You Ride. That song was everywhere. And I was thinking that the other day. I was looking at the website and I was like, oh my gosh, what is going on? I mean, where's this renewed thing coming from with you guys?
I think a lot of it, we had the band changed around with Terry Smith retiring. Mm-hmm. We had Kyle Perkins come on board on bass, and we had Adam Haynes had left the band about, it's going on 3-4 years ago now, and Jamie Harper, he came on board, and Jamie Johnson came back into the band and took Chris Davis's place whenever he left, and it was the right combination. We all just click so well and get along so well together, but also it was just like a shot of just energy right into every one of us. We all just had a newfound sense of just love for the music again, and wanting to travel, and we just being around everybody's company, and so the energy just shifted in a good way, and so we're still riding it, loving it, and so thankful for each person that's in the band right now. It's probably my favorite iteration so far, and not to say that I've not loved everybody that I've played with, but I love this band. It's so much fun.
Well, that's saying something right there, man. I mean, it's hard to go from the original Grascals and everything that's happened, everybody that's left and come back and everything. So you think now is like the master plan?
Hey, if you love real music played by real musicians, it's time you experience a night at Randy Wood's Old Time Pickin' Parlor in Bloomingdale, Georgia. This legendary listening room is where world-class pickers, bluegrass greats, Americana artists, singer-songwriters, and roots musicians take the stage to play the music the way it was meant to be heard, up close, personal, and full of soul. No big arena distractions here, just great sound, great people, and unforgettable live performances in one of the most respected acoustic venues anywhere. Whether it's blazing banjo, sweet harmonies, or a hot fiddle tune that gets your heart going, you'll find it on stage at Randy Wood's. Make plans now to catch an upcoming show. Bring some friends and be part of the music tradition that keeps on living. Randy Wood's Old Time Pickin' Parlor, Bloomingdale, Georgia, where the music never gets old. Check upcoming performances and ticket info online, and we'll see you at the Pickin' Parlor.
Have you ever questioned the beliefs you've carried your entire life? In The Absence of Belief, author Joel Beverly takes readers on a powerful journey through the hills of Appalachia to destinations around the world exploring identity, belonging, and what remains when old assumptions fall away. Part memoir, part travel log, and part cultural manifesto. This thought-provoking new book invites readers to clearly live freely and rediscover themselves. Pick up your copy of In the Absence of Belief today, wherever fine books are sold.
And now back to more fun.
To me,
you
there's always something special about the original Grascals, and not so that's one of those things it's like that's a dangerous ground to tread on saying things like that, but it's like this.
I'm over here, you're over there.
Yeah, exactly. So I think in my opinion, I think that the original Grascals had something special that we're not trying to go and trying to do that what the original the original guys did, and but I think with what we're doing right now, I think this is as good as it's ever sounded.
Wow.
And because I feel like that, there's just so much energy, like I said, coming right now with Jamie coming back into the band, and he can speak on it more than I can. Mm-hmm. But Jamie he's sober, he's clear-minded, and vocally you couldn't ask for him to be any better. And so you've just got a bunch of guys that are so dead set on wanting to play music, and we're focused on trying to deliver the vocals when we get up on stage. We're not just getting up trying to just have a good time. We're also wanting to deliver a show because it's important to us. And so I think that's, not that it wasn't important to, past iterations of the band and things like that, because I don't want that to come across that way, because each band was special. Each person that's been, the lead singer when Chris Davis was in the band, absolutely loved that. That was fantastic. Loved Chris singing. But it was Jamie brought some of that original Grascal magic back whenever he came back to the band. That was something that only he could do. Wow. And so it's it's just been really fun, and thankful for everybody that's in the band and through the past years. But I got to say, I love where we're at right now.
Hey man, take it from John Bryan. Get out there and get you some of that Grascal magic. You know what I'm saying?
Actually, that's what I'm saying, because I got to say,
great T-shirt, dude.
I'm so proud of what we're doing right now, and so tickled to be a part of it, because it is one of those things whenever you get out and you're playing and you can bounce off of each other that and can sing. And Jamie and I, whenever I joined the band, I had been listening to all of the Grascals material beforehand, and so I was taking Jamie's spot. And so whenever he came back into the band, in a sense, I had already kind of been singing with him in a sense for years. Mm-hmm. And so after about 6-8 months of us being on the road together after he came back, it was just like we clicked. And I love getting to sing with him.
Yeah. I don't think anything is, there's nothing negative I see with this new bunch of guys. I mean, you guys love each other. I can tell. You just look at each other and you know what each other's going to do. And that's a true piece of what has to happen with a successful bunch of guys,
Absolutely. Yeah, in a sense, you read each other's minds. I mean, you get to that point. But you're right. Absolutely. I mean, we're a big family. I mean, everybody in the band, I mean, they're my brothers and my sister. I mean, Kristen's, I've traveled with her basically every trip for the last 11 years, to Nashville. And so her and I mean, she's just become my best friend that I never would have imagined. I mean, but she, she's such a special person to have in the band as well, that you just, again, you just can't ask for nothing better.
Yeah. First time I saw her and Wayne together, I think it was at the Wimmer Festival in Bristol, Virginia, and I had never been around those two together. So I'm just over to the side, and I'm just, just looking around and soaking in everything I can soak in. And then I can tell when they're sitting across from each other playing, it's just weird. I couldn't believe how they could, and it was like they were reading each other's minds. I was just, that is crazy. And then I looked at Wayne, started talking to him because I had talked to him, because he was in third time out. And I was like, wow, what is the deal? How's this happening with you two? He said, man, it's been this way ever since we met each other.
Yep.
And I said, fair enough. There you go. So
it's amazing to see them read each other, and that's one thing that I think makes Benson so special with the duo is when you listen to the material that they come up with together, it is it's super special. It's definitely a combination of them two. Like specifically, you could not achieve this in any other fashion, and I love it so much. Like it's cool.
It is. It's weird, man.
Yeah.
So, for those who don't know, you were a distant relative to Doc Watson, right?
Yeah, buddy.
Okay. Now, I think I've brought that up in the past, but there could be people that don't know that as of yet. And so how did you ever put your fingers together one day and say, I'm related to this guy?
Well, so my great grandfather was Willard Watson.
Yeah.
And Willard's mother and Doc's daddy were brother and sister. And so it was one of those things. Doc is my double fourth cousin because my grandmother is actually the same relation on the other side. So I'm double fourth by the way it falls. But so my grandfather, Sid Watson, and Doc were second cousins. And so growing up as a kid, I spent a lot of time on Wildcat, and my aunt Tina Watson, she did Rosalie and Doc's hair and stuff at her hair salon in Boone. And so as a kid, I was fortunate enough to get to be there and kind of aggravate Doc while Rosalie was getting her perm and things like that. And a few different times that I got to actually be around him and truly get to spend some time with him. But it was one of those things. My grandmother, Reba Watson, she actually went and she used to sell merch and stuff for Doc in the early days of Merle Fest and run the table and do that stuff for them. And but before the music and things hit, the stories that they would tell about Doc was it was amazing. My grandfather, Sid Watson, said one time that they were there at my great grandfather Willard Watson's house on Wildcat, and said Doc come walking up the road, and said he was coming, and said my grandpa, he said I slipped down the hill, he said, and I rode down the yard, he said I went down there, I sat down in the road, and I said I got real quiet, and I said I was going to scare him. He said Doc, he just kept walking. He said he got right almost up to my grandpa. He said he stopped and said, "Hello, Sid." He said you couldn't never get the upper hand on him. It was something else.
See, man, I mean, I think grandparents and people like that, I mean, like my grandfather was that way. You just couldn't. I mean, it's like he had a sixth sense or something. He knew you were coming around the corner or something. And I forever am doing that crap at the house, man. I mean, grandkids will come by and, and I'll be like, all right, I got her now. I'm going to get her now. No, she already knows I'm coming. So
that's right.
I don't know. I don't understand it, but it's, hey, whatever. That double fourth cousins, man.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow. I don't even know. I got to get my calculator. Figure that one out.
my grandmother Reba, she was a Green. She's from she's the Wildcat Greens, and they're the Wildcat Watsons, and everybody, you can't walk but so far on Wildcat. So and hopeless holler, they're putting on a show. Holler Trading Company, where one style fits all.
Want to make your advertising dollar go farther? Just go to therickdollarshow.com and fill out the contact information. Someone from our advertising department will contact you as soon as they finish their lunch. The Rick Dollar Show, helping your business be more successful.
It just reminds me of the last time I talked to Rita Forster, and she was trying to go back through the Carter family stuff, and she's like, well, we had to walk this way to get to here, and
that's how they met them.
They met each other at the crossroads there, and I thought, okay, well, whatever works, man. That's the way things work back then. That's who you live closest to.
Well, and it's kind of funny. You'll find this interesting, but they always said that Doc had said that if he had been able to have seen, had his sight, then he would have wanted to have been an electrician.
Wow.
And but he actually wired my grandma and grandpa's house, Sid and Reba Watson. He wired their house for them while my grandma told him what color. She would tell him what color the wire was in his hand, and he went through and he wired the devices and did that stuff like that, switches and outlets. And but that was because he wanted, that was something that interested him so much. And I always thought that was an interesting thing. But my grandma went through and she told him what color wire was in his hand, and he would put them on.
Now, nothing against Doc Watson, man, by any way, shape, or form, but I would be afraid to lay down and take a nap.
Surprisingly, the house is still standing. No electrical issues.
That's pretty cool.
It's very neat.
That could never happen, man. I'd burn the house down. Did you say red or green?
He's like, yeah, okay. Cut the green wire.
Yeah, the one in your left hand. So what's going to happen with you guys, man? I mean, you have the synergy that you guys have together is crazy. I mean, the genetics are there. We could talk about Doc Watson all day long, man. But there's so many good things in this group of people right now.
Yeah.
I mean, you see more than I do, but I don't see anything bad. I mean, I know everybody has things, these little things that they don't like, or they, whatever, but good Lord, it looks like you guys were all just, birthed out of the same mother or something. I'm trying, you know what I'm saying?
Yep. Honestly, that, we said this before, in the song Me, John, and Paul, one of the lines, all for one and one for all. That's really the way that band is. And that's been one of the biggest reasons through the years that I've wanted to stay with the Grascals and not moved on or tried to change. A lot of guys will band hop and change things up, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I truly enjoy getting to be in the Grascals, being with them and travel, because it is beyond a band. I mean, we really do treat each other like family, and we all care about each other, very much. And that translates over, I think people see that on stage. People, it's very much, it's very much something that I think all of us, family is super important to each of us, but also the music is. And so, but I think we all will take our time to listen to the other person when we're playing something. If somebody messes up, or we have a crash out, or something happens or anything like that, you'll never see any one person get mad at the other. There's nobody snaps at each other. Nobody's hateful. It's because we know at the end of the day that we just don't have the energy for that. Nobody's, we've all got families. We all just want to go out here and have a good time, and we want everybody else to have fun with us. And we can't do that if we're all hateful. You
guys have other aspirations. What's the focus? The focus is to put out a good show.
Yep.
Do a great job on whatever instrument that you're playing at the time.
Yep.
And that is that.
Yep.
I mean, you guys feel like that you owe it to every person that buys a ticket. To do that.
Yeah.
We've
said that a lot of times,
Yeah.
The 5 or 5,000, it doesn't really matter how many people, because the thing is we're going to put on the same show and the same, same effort, because like you said, people came, and that's, if we don't have the people, to show up for our shows, our fans and things, we don't have anything. I mean, we all of a sudden, who cares how long you've been playing if nobody's coming, so really
It doesn't matter.
yeah, exactly. So it really does, to me. I think that's what makes the Grascals such a special thing too, is because they interact well with the fans, especially from stage and off, on and off stage both. It's nice. That's one of the best things that I learned too, is when I early on with the Grascals, is the fan base with those guys are vast. It's
amazing.
And it's all because of how kind and things that Jamie and Elle and Smitty, Danny, Kristen, all that throughout the years, the everybody that's come up to them after the show, where they have all these different things, and to this day, we'll be at a festival and somebody will come up and say, "Hey, do you remember about 15 years ago that we were at this show, and you guys took the time to do this and this and that," and it's like, people remember that, and that's the thing that I admire a lot.
They remember good and bad.
Yes.
I saw the first time. Well, let's see. No, not the first time. Maybe the second or third time I saw you guys perform. It was at Pigeon Forge Bluegrass Festival, and I was outside selling my own merch because my wife was off with my grandson somewhere. But I could always tell when you guys were coming on, because the lobby was full, and then all of a sudden it was empty. And I was like, wow, now that's control. It's knowing what you're doing and knowing who your audience is.
Yeah. Well,
that's very important.
It is, and that's why I say we wouldn't have anything if it wasn't for the crowds the dedicated fans. Because, man, like you say, that's one of the things that has definitely, I would say for sure, has spoiled me, is because we go to play these places, and a lot of times, some bands will say, "Man, I hope we have a good crowd and things," and unless there's inclement weather or something else, you can just about always bank on there being a decent crowd to come see us, and we're so thankful for the fans that are willing to do that, because, man, it's there's been a lot of days that we get done playing and it's super hot, and they've sat out all day to hear us, or the rain, and I'm like, I wouldn't do that. And so I'm so thankful that
you guys later. I'm going to the bus.
Yeah, it's like, I'm so thankful people do, and I don't want I don't want people to think that that's lost us, because it's a huge thankful.
But they know that already.
Yeah,
they already know you guys. They know what's important to you, and the same thing's important to them.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just a setup deal. I mean, you guys, y'all know each other. You do a great job. You take everybody else's feelings over yourselves.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So let's talk about JB here.
There's a place tucked away in the mountains where time slows down just enough for you to catch your breath. And that place is Marion, Virginia. Known as America's coolest hometown, Marion blends rich Appalachian heritage with a fresh, vibrant energy that you can feel the moment you arrive. Stroll historic Main Street. Take in a live show at the beautifully restored Lincoln Theater, or explore great outdoors along the scenic Hungry Mother Park, where the views are so unforgettable. Whether you're chasing live music, small town charm, or a weekend escape that feels like home, Marion delivers it all with a handshake and a smile. So pack up, head for the hills, and discover why folks don't just visit Marion. They come back again and again. Plan your trip today and experience Marion, Virginia, where the mountains meet the music.
What you got going on, brother? I mean, I know you got those two toddlers running around, but it looks to me like if I had two toddlers running around, I would have a little less meat on my bones. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Right now I'm focused right now so much. I've got about another year with my youngest little boy, and because during the week, whenever I'm home, I get to watch and take care of them.
Yeah.
And so my oldest, he just graduated pre-K and will start kindergarten in the fall, and so I've got another year, and then that frees me up in a way that I don't want to say that in a way that sounds like relief, because I'm going to miss this so much, but it frees me up to focus more on music and work and things. And so right now I've got the dad hat on. I mean, that's pretty much what it's at. You know, I focus on the Grascal material and what we're working on there, but mostly it's dad.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, I wouldn't trade it for nothing.
I think that's where you need to be right now.
Yeah.
A lot of guys go on the road, though, and they don't get this opportunity. You know, maybe they have a mother-in-law or their mom or somebody else that helps with the kids. And, dude, you're pulling it off. That's pretty good.
Well, I got to say, I feel very, very lucky, blessed to get to do that.
Yeah.
My wife is a school teacher, and
wow.
So she teaches fourth grade, and it worked out very well whenever Arlie started going to school that he gets to go with her every day. And so it's been great transitions, but it's just been a part of, as Kristen has always told me, you know, from the very beginning when I joined the band, she's always said, you know, you're in this chapter, your season of life, you know, the next season, you know, you're going to roll into it. And this season of life that I'm in right now, it's a very short season. And so I'm trying to soak as much of it up as I can, because they're growing. They're going to be bigger than me here before I know. So it's you
got them playing football or anything like that yet? Or I mean, you're getting them familiar with sports, I'm sure.
Big time. So he plays just finished up soccer, and now he's in t-ball right now. So
holy crap, dude!
Yeah,
you know how hard t-ball is.
Well, he's in coach pitch right now, so he's figuring it out.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but he did great. He's doing great. So
hey, he might play for the Yankees. You never know.
You know what? At this point, whatever that kid wants to do, I'm sure he could achieve it. I mean, it's amazing to watch him.
Oh, I'm telling you, dude. I mean, kids are something else. I mean, I think that me having grandchildren has pushed me forward into a different realm of things than I would have ever been in my life. Yep. I mean, I would have never thought about this at all. And so, hey, enjoy them. I mean, you know, sort of like the old term, smoke them if you got them, you know, because
exactly right.
I'm telling you, things can go south real quick.
Well, you know, and it's one of those things. Whenever I joined the band, we Danny and Andrea's daughter Jaylee, who is the lead singer for Sister Sadie. She was a kid, and so was Hogan, Kristen and Wayne's little boy, and so was Cole. I mean, they were all kids, little kids still, and they're all grown. Jaylee's in her 20s. She just turned 24.
Yeah, I saw that.
I mean, so it's just they're a reminder that, and Danny and them like to jokingly remind me of, enjoy it, because look at them now, they're grown.
Exactly.
And, you know, so it's something else though.
Well, I can't believe Jay Lee's 24, man. I mean, we were talking about something the other day with Sister Sadie, and then I thought about her and the consistency that she has with her vocals, and it's just crazy. I don't understand. It's just got to be that talent that she got either from her dad or from, maybe even from her mom a little bit. So I don't know, but
Jaylee's been she's probably one of my favorite female singers, period. But she's been one of my favorite artists to watch grow and see just how amazing that she's become. She truly is a powerhouse, no matter if she's got the band behind her, with her, alongside her, or just by herself. I mean, she really is just a true artist. And Hogan, Kristen and Wayne's boy, I mean, dude, he's a pro fisherman. I mean, that kid knows there's so much to fishing that I didn't even know existed that I have come to find out because of the Bensons. Hats off to Hogan, because that's hard work.
No doubt about it.
I mean, it ain't just going out there and just throwing the casting. You got to really know what you're doing. And so watching these kids and stuff grow up has been nothing short of amazing to get to see that. But also, it's been a great reminder for me to really pay attention and soak it in.
When I interview Jay Lee, I always like to ask her, so how many times have you been on the Grand Ole Opry here? So how many times have you been on the Grand Ole Opry? And she knows it.
Yeah.
Instantly. Yeah, this is 28. And I was like, holy crap. You're 24 and you've been on the Opry 28 times. Sweet Jesus, man.
It's kind of wild. I kept count from the very first time that we got to go on the Opry with the Grascals, or that I got to with them. And it's somehow I don't understand how math works this way, or just the life does.
To you, though.
But I will be 36 in September, and I've been on the Opry 37 times.
How did you do that?
I don't know, but I've kept it almost even with many years.
It's that new math. That's what it is.
It's new math. But I've been on 37 times between the Opry and the Ryman. And
so, which one of those locations gives you the willies every time you say, "Hey, we got to play the Ryman next week," or "We're playing the Opry next week"? Does either one of those make you nervous?
So it's like an excitement type of nervous now, but I think it's more of I think there's it's more excitement nervous, but I think the playing the Ryman is got that, the sense of the history and the everything that comes with that, being in the presence of all of just, wow, it's the Mother Church. There's really nothing that can compare to that feeling. I love playing the Opry House. The new one is sound is really good, but I love the environment. It's cool. It's really one of those things. I mean, I'm not going to be upset whichever one I'm playing at, as long as if I'm having the opportunity. It's like
that's it.
Either way, each one has their special things about them.
Yeah, and you got Vince Gill walking around in the Grand Ole Opry, man, just doing whatever. And that, you could accidentally bump into him and to John. You never know.
Yeah. That's one of the things throughout the years we've had the opportunity to get to meet a lot of really cool people. And my wife, before we got married, she went with us several times, and she got to meet the artist Cam, the singer that did the House, and then Carrie Underwood. She's got to meet several people, and I've got to meet Charlie Daniels and talk with him for a while. And you're right. It's like, you just don't know who you're going to see there.
No, you don't.
I'm just like, somebody's for sure going to tell me I'm bothering somebody and make me leave. And it's like, wait, I'm here too, and it's like, wow,
to be here, son.
Exactly. Somebody's going to figure this out. And I'm not actually supposed to be allowed to do this, but it's like
Kristen Scott Benson told me the other day about being on the Bella Fleck, the banjo camp that her and Bella do together. She's like, I have huge imposter syndrome. Everybody knows there's somebody's going to figure out that I'm not as good as they think I am.
Yes, that is the best way to describe it.
Oh my God. Well, young man, it's been good to sit down and talk to you. Keep us informed on what's happening with you guys, okay? Rick Dollar here for The Rick Dollar Show, and I've been talking to Mr. John Bryan.
Don't forget to subscribe to the Rick Dollar Show podcast.
Thanks for hanging with us for this week's episode of the Rick Dollar Show podcast. Don't forget to visit all of our partners who make the show possible every week. Be sure to head over to Spotify and Apple Podcasts to leave us a review or a comment to win some cool merchandise from Hopeless Holler Trading Company. And now, here's some credits. See ya!
This has been the Rick Dollar Show podcast. The Rick Dollar Show podcast is produced by Radio Dog Productions. Theme music is written and performed by Jeremy Garrett at garrettgrass.com. The Rick Dollar Show podcast cannot be reproduced or rebroadcast without express written consent from Radio Dog Productions. I'm Kent Jones, and this has been a Radio Dog production.